What is going on YouTube? It is your boy MrBaboon back with the reaction video. We are reacting to every US president death and last words explained in 10 minutes. So we're going to react to this, all that good stuff, see what it's all about. And then I got another video to do. We got a Blue Jay video to do. I'm excited for that one as well. So let's get into this, right? If you guys want to watch it for yourselves, do check the description. I got the video and the channel link down below in the description. If you guys want to check it out, you guys can. So, with that being said, let's kind of like the video, bang. Full screen the video, bang.
Washington, first president, died on December 14th, 1799, at the age of 67 due to acute epiglottitis, a severe throat infection. After being exposed to cold and wet weather, his health rapidly declined, and he passed away at his estate in Mount Vernon, Virginia. His last words were, "'Tis well," reflecting his calm acceptance of his fate. Thomas Jefferson, third president, died on July 4th, 1826, at the age of 83, succumbing to pneumonia. Jefferson spent his final hours at his home in Monticello, Virginia. His last words were, "No, doctor, nothing more," although he had previously stated, "This is the 4th, indicating his awareness of the significance of the day, the 50th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. John Adams, second president, died on July 4th, 1826, at the age of 90 from heart failure. He passed away at his home in Quincy, Massachusetts, just hours before the death of Thomas Jefferson. His last words included, "Thomas Jefferson survives," illustrating his mistaken belief that his friend and political rival was still alive. This moment underscored the deep history they shared as founding fathers. James Monroe, fifth president, died on July 4th, 1831, at the age of 73 from tuberculosis and heart failure. Monroe passed away in New York City. He is often quoted as saying, "I regret that I should leave this world without again beholding him," referring to James Madison, although there is no solid evidence that he actually said that. James Madison, fourth president, died on June 28, 1836, at the age of 85 from heart failure. He spent his last days at Montpelier, his Virginia estate. His last words were, "Nothing more than a change of mind, my dear," in response to a niece asking him about his condition, showcasing his calm demeanor in his final moments. William Henry Harrison, ninth president, died on April 4th, 1841, at the age of 68 from pneumonia. He succumbed to illness just a month after taking office. His last words, spoken to Vice President John Tyler, were, "I understand the true principles of the government. I wish them carried out. I ask nothing more," expressing his political ideals as he faced death. Andrew Jackson, seventh president, died on June 8th, 1845, at the age of 78 from chronic dropsy, edema, and heart failure. He passed away at his home, the Hermitage, in Nashville, Tennessee.
Bro, damn. Oh yeah, that is right. Like, I mean, what was I gonna say? Fuck. I don't remember.
His last words were, "I hope to meet each of you in heaven. Be good children, all of you, and strive to be ready when the change comes," conveying a heartfelt farewell to his family. John Quincy Adams, sixth president, died on February 23rd, 1848, at the age of 80 after suffering a stroke while sitting in the House of Representatives. He was rushed to a nearby room where he passed away. His last words were, "This is the last of earth. I am content." James K. Polk, 11th president, died on June 15th, 1849, at the age of 53 from cholera. He died at home in Nashville, Tennessee. His last words were, "I love you, Sarah. For all eternity, I love you," directed to his wife. Zachary Taylor, 12th president, died on July 9th, 1850, at the age of 65 from gastroenteritis, likely contracted from contaminated food. He passed away in the White House after a short illness. His last words were, "I regret nothing, but I am sorry to leave my friends." John Tyler, 10th president, died on January 18th, 1862, at the age of 71 from a stroke in Richmond, Virginia. He had been in declining health prior to his death. His last words were reportedly, "Perhaps it is best." Martin Van Buren, 8th president, died on July the 24th, 1862, at the age of 79 due to asthma and heart failure. He passed away at his home in Kinderhook, New York, surrounded by family. His last words were reportedly, "There is but one reliance," reflecting a sense of finality and reliance on faith. Abraham Lincoln, 16th president, died on April 15th, 1865, at the age of 56 after being shot by John Wilkes Booth at Ford's Theater. After being gravely wounded, Lincoln succumbed to his injuries the following morning. His last words were, "She won't think anything about it," referring to his wife Mary, who was concerned about their theater companion's impression of them. James Buchanan, 15th president, died on June 1st, 1868, at the age of 77 from respiratory failure.
Yo, can I? Damn. Yeah, I mean there's a lot of these. Oof. I mean, yeah, there's definitely a lot that I lost my train of thought again. Damn.
His last words were, "O Lord God Almighty, as thou wilt." Franklin Pierce, 14th president, died on October 8th, 1869, at the age of 64, but no last words have been recorded.
Damn.
Millard Fillmore, 13th president, died on March 8th, 1874, at the age of 74 from a stroke in Buffalo, New York. His last words were reportedly, "The nourishment is palatable," a comment about some soup he had just been fed, displaying a mundane aspect of his final moments. Andrew Johnson, 17th president, died on July 31st, 1875, at the age of 66 from a stroke in Carter Station, Tennessee. He had been ill for several years. His last words were, "Oh, do not cry, be good children, and we shall meet in heaven," reflecting a message of comfort to his family. James A. Garfield, 20th president, died on September 19th, 1881, at the age of 49 after being shot by an assassin's bullet. Garfield succumbed to septic shock due to medical complications from the gunshot wound. His last words were, "Swaim, can't you stop the pain?" spoken to a friend in his final moments. Ulysses S. Grant, 18th president, died on July 23rd, 1885, at the age of 63 from throat cancer. He passed away in Moreau, New York, after a long battle with the disease. His last words were water, but he also poignantly remarked shortly before his death, "There was never one more willing to go than I am." Chester A. Arthur, 21st president, died on November 18th, 1886, at the age of 57 from a stroke in New York City. His last words are not definitively recorded. Rutherford B. Hayes, 19th president, died on January 17, 1893, at the age of 70 from a heart attack in Fremont, Ohio. Hayes passed away at home, surrounded by family. His last words were, "I know I'm going where Lucy is," referring to his beloved wife, who had died 4 years earlier. Benjamin Harrison, 23rd president, died on March 13th, 1901, at the age of 67 from pneumonia in Indianapolis, Indiana. Harrison had been suffering from health issues prior to his death. His last words were, "Are the doctors here? Doctor, my lungs." William McKinley, 25th president, died on September 14th, 1901, at the age of 58 from gangrene caused by a gunshot wound. McKinley was shot by an assassin at the Pan American Exposition. His last words were, "Goodbye, all goodbye. It is God's way. His will be done." Grover Cleveland, 22nd and 24th president, died on June 24th, 1908, at the age of 71 from coronary sclerosis in Princeton, New Jersey. His last words were, "I have tried so hard to do right," reflecting his lifelong commitment to public service. Theodore Roosevelt, 26th president, died on January the 6th, 1919, at the age of 60 from a heart attack in Oyster Bay, New York. Roosevelt had a long history of health issues. His last words were, "Put out the light," spoken to his valet right before he went to sleep. Warren G. Harding, 29th president, died on August 2nd, 1923, at the age of 57 from a heart attack in San Francisco, California. His last words were, "That's good. Go on, read some more," directed to his wife, who was reading him an article about himself from the Saturday Evening Post. Woodrow Wilson, 28th president, died on February 3rd, 1924, at the age of 67 from a stroke in Washington,
I did not
D.C.
know that was his last words. I did not know that.
Wilson had suffered a series of strokes in his later years. His last words were, "When the machinery..." Wilson had suffered a series of strokes in his later years. His last words were, "When the machinery is broken, I am ready." William Howard Taft, 27th president, passed away on March 8, 1930, at the age of 72. His last words were not recorded for posterity. Calvin Coolidge, 30th president, died on January 5, 1933, at the age of 60 from coronary thrombosis in Northampton, Massachusetts. Just before his death, he greeted a carpenter working on his house saying, "Good morning, Robert." He passed away shortly thereafter. Franklin D. Roosevelt, 32nd president, died on April 12, 1945, at the age of 63 from a cerebral hemorrhage while in Warm Springs, Georgia. His last words were, "I have a terrific headache," uttered just moments before he collapsed. John F. Kennedy, 35th president, was assassinated on November 22nd, 1963, at the age of 46. His last words during a motorcade in Dallas were, "No, you certainly can't," in response to Nellie Connolly's comment about the welcome they received in Texas. Herbert Hoover, 31st president, died on October 20th, 1964, at the age of 90. His last spoken words are not documented. Dwight D. Eisenhower, 34th president, died on March 28th, 1969, at the age of 78 from congestive heart failure. His last words were reportedly, "I want to go, God take me," reflecting his deep faith and readiness to leave this world. Harry Truman, 33rd president, died on December 26, 1972, at the age of 88, but his last words remain unknown. Lyndon B. Johnson, 36th president, died on January 22, 1973, at the age of 64 from a heart attack at his Texas ranch. His last words were, "Send Mike immediately," referring to his Secret Service agent. Unfortunately, by the time help arrived, he had already passed away. Richard Nixon, 37th president, died on April 22nd, 1994, at the age of 81 from complications of a stroke. His last word, spoken to a housekeeper during the stroke, was simply, "Help." Ronald Reagan, 40th president, died on June 5, 2004, at the age of 93 after a long battle with Alzheimer's disease. The specific words he spoke at the end have not been publicly shared. Gerald Ford, 38th president, died on December 26, 2006, at the age of 93, but his last words are not recorded.
Is that it? Oh, okay, I think, yeah, that's it. Well, shit. Yeah, no, there was a lot of those presidents that definitely died some very painful ways. It definitely sounds. And like there was some of them that did their last word wasn't recorded too. So like I don't know. There was definitely a lot that I did not know. Like a lot of the presidents. Like there was definitely some ways that I didn't know that's how they died, and I didn't know that they had some last words, and they did. And then there was some that just didn't have any last words. But still, I didn't know that's how some of them died. So, R.I.P. to all of them. R.I.P. Let me know what you guys thought about the video. I will see you guys in the next video. You guys stay safe. Watch out for each other. Positivity is key. Motivation is key. Happiness is key. I'll see you guys in the next video. You guys stay safe. Watch out for each other. I'll see you guys in the next one.